Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. It's remaining exactly 3 days to the elections. And it's my humble appeal to all patriotic and peace-loving Kenyans to maintain and keep peace. For I'm very much optimistic and upbeat that come Tuesday, the majority will have their way. The minority will also have their say. So it's incumbent upon all Kenyans to keep and maintain peace. Yes. Earlier today, Kenyans woke up to news of some burglary at Director of Prosecution's Nurdin Haji's house. And that story actually caught my attention, especially on how William Ruto's team were reporting the story. So in this video, I want us to have a look at the story as reported by Dennis Itumbi, after which, as usual, I'll just explain why I strongly believe that Kenyans deserve and needs an independent Director of Public Prosecution. For Nurdin Haji seems to be leaning towards William Ruto's team. That's what I want us to have a look in this video. Before we do that, in case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Yes. Earlier today, Dennis Itumbi, the perceived Tangatanga and Uda spokesperson, taking to his social media accounts, had this to say. Dennis Itumbi, yesterday, Office of Director of Public Prosecution, Nurdin Haji, ordered investigations into the video maliciously edited by Hassan, Ali Joho, and Junet Mohammed. Now thieves break into his house guarded by armed police. But the star who had done the story have deleted both the story and the tweets. But neat, before HNIB agents got it. Is the DPP okay? Freedom is coming. Then he shares those alleged publications by the star. And upon reading that, I quickly checked onto the star's digital platforms, and I found they actually had the story, and the story was this. The Star Kenya. Armed police officers who manned the compound said they did not hear it happen. Burglars break into DPP Haji house in Nairobi, steal electronics. I don't know whether the Star published that story, deleted it, and then published it again. I don't know. Because upon checking the Star's digital platforms, I did find that story. And even right now, I've checked again through their platforms, and the story is still there. And not only the Star, a good number of mainstream media actually captured and published that story. Nurdin Haji himself has indeed confirmed that some burglars broke into his house. Nairobi Regional Commander has also just confirmed the same. So I don't know why Dennis Itumbi is trying to allege that the Star published that story and then deleted the story. Yes, it's either the Star published it, deleted it, and then published it again, or Dennis Itumbi is just lying in broad daylight to Kenyans. So in this video, I want us to dig deep to see exactly the games being played here and why I believe Kenya needs a neutral or independent Director of Public Prosecution. For Nurdin Haji seems to be leaning towards William Ruto's camp. He seems to be a William Ruto sympathizer and a staunch supporter. That's what I want us to find out in this video. Yes, and let me start by saying this. Immediately after the handshake between President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga, it never took more than 2 weeks. Let me say, it never took more than 2 weeks. We saw Nuruddin Haji actually calling for the arrest of Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu. And at that time, Kenyans were wondering, what was the government up to now that Raila and Uhuru had just had a handshake? And Kenyans thought and felt that maybe the president, Uhuru himself, might have not been very happy, or rather was just deceiving Raila through the handshake. Because after all, if Uhuru and Raila had the handshake, then there was no need at all of arresting Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu. Because Philomena Mwilu was seen as a person who was not very much pro Uhuruto. It was assumed that Philomena Mwilu maybe was not actually easily being compromised by Uhuruto in 2017. Yes. So when Director of Public Prosecution ordered for the arrest of Philomena Mwilu, it was seen as if Uhuru Kenyatta was not serious about the handshake. But now, from the way Nuruddin Haji has actually behaved since that time, it shows clearly that even the arrest of Philomena Mwilu might have emanated from one side in the Jubilee government. A side that was clearly using Nuruddin Haji maybe to thwart the handshake. That was the first signal, in my honest opinion, told me something was not actually right with this Nuruddin Haji. And then as time has been going by, there are some remarks and pronouncements by this Director of Public Prosecution showing clearly that he might be sympathetic to William Ruto. He is not all that independent and neutral. Just about 1 day ago, Nuruddin Haji ordered for investigations into some alleged edited video by Junet and Hassan Joho, not knowing that William Ruto's team, if editing of videos and even posts are concerned, William Ruto and his team are experts in that. They do that almost on a daily basis. Some of us who follow politics very closely on a daily basis, a good majority of William Ruto's posts from their bloggers and these online commentators are always edited, and some are utter incitement. Just recently, William Ruto made some reckless remarks that some people, in fact they were accusing the president, wanted to kill his children. Regarding Gachagua, also directly attacked the president, claiming the president killed J.M. Kariuki, so the president should not kill him. Director of Public Prosecution never ordered for any investigation into those cases. And if you look at those cases, there are clear acts of incitements. Director of Public Prosecution never ordered for any investigation. And it's also widely believed that some corrupt individuals, especially those aligned to William Ruto, anytime their files are forwarded to the Director of Public Prosecution, it's believed that he normally thwarts maybe those cases may be going to court. Those are allegations in the public domain. Those are just but a few examples. In my honest opinion, I strongly believe Director of Public Prosecution Nuruddin Haji might be in one way or the other sympathetic or actually supporting William Ruto in his team. So, I think it's high time maybe Kenyans look for an independent and neutral Director of Public Prosecution. I believe this one has turned into a William Ruto psychopath. I strongly believe that, ladies and gentlemen. So if you look at the aim of that story, I believe that story is just part of William Ruto's team's propaganda. That is just a propaganda they want to actually use to maybe win some votes in the remaining 3 days. And I'm saying it's a propaganda because from the post again, Dennis Itumbi is actually trying to tie politics into the raid in Nurdin Haji's house. Dennis Itumbi and largely William Ruto's team, they are trying to tie that to politics. That because Nurdin Haji ordered for the investigations on the edited video, Dennis Itumbi and his team want to now claim that the government is actually sent some people to raid Nurdin Haji's house because he called for the investigations. And the main aim and goal of that is to get some sympathy. Just to get some sympathy. Dennis Itumbi and William Ruto's team are trying to create a perception that the government is actually intimidating the Office of Director of Public Prosecution. The truth of the matter here, if you dig it a little bit deep, you can even find that maybe Dennis Itumbi and even William Ruto's team might have organized those burglars who actually raided into the Director of Public Prosecution's house. You know, we are in a game of politics, and some of these things are normally do happen. Sonko just told Kenyans that in 2017, they used to hire some goons, they give them ODM t-shirts, they go stoning motorists along Langata Road to paint ODM in bad, or rather in bad light. It might be possible, I'm not saying they did that, but it might be possible that Ruto and his team might have deliberately organized that to create a perception that Nurdin Haji is being intimidated by the government. I'm seeing that kind of a likely possibility. And the aim of that is to gain sympathy. And I'm saying it's to gain sympathy because there seems to be a consistent pattern in the few days if you look at William Ruto's team. All their remarks and utterances are geared towards gaining sympathy. William Ruto himself started by making some reckless utterances. Then we saw Rigathi, Kimani Chungwa, Ndinyor, Moses Kuria also making the same reckless utterances. Our lives are in danger. Those are all political antics meant to gain sympathy. And this incident of today, in my honest opinion, might also just be a continuation of that plot. That's my honest opinion, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, just as I did say when we were starting, in case you are watching us here for the very first time, but so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. To our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you, God bless Kenya. To any other person, that's the kind of analysis we do here. We don't beat about the bush. We go straight and to the point. We call it as it is without any fear or favor. God bless you, God bless Kenya.